Welcome to the Unseen Shelf. Today, we will explore Homo Deus by Yuval Noah Harari. For thousands of years, humanity was shackled by three relentless enemies: famine, plague, and war. These forces shaped the lives of countless generations, dictating the limits of human ambition and instilling fear of an unpredictable world. Hunger stalked the land, diseases wiped out entire populations, and wars left societies in ruins. But Harari observes a dramatic turning point. Thanks to technological and scientific advances, these ancient foes are no longer insurmountable. Famine has been tamed by agricultural innovation, modern medicine has subdued once deadly plagues, and large-scale wars have become rarer in an era of global stability. Humanity has achieved what once seemed impossible: the mastery of survival. With this triumph, a profound shift has occurred. No longer preoccupied with merely surviving, humans have set their sights on loftier ambitions. Harari argues that the 21st century will be defined by three new pursuits: immortality, happiness, and divinity. We now seek to conquer death itself, engineer perpetual joy, and transcend our biological limitations, aspiring to become Homo Deus, a species with godlike power over life. Yet, these ambitions come with deep questions. What will it mean to live without death or suffering? How will these advancements shape the meaning of life? And in our quest for divinity, will we lose our humanity? Harari sets the stage for a bold exploration of humanity's future, urging us to consider not only what we might achieve, but what we might become. Let's get started. Homo sapiens, a relatively weak and unremarkable species thousands of years ago, has ascended to a position of unparalleled dominance over the Earth. This transformation did not occur through physical strength or natural weaponry, but through an extraordinary development in cognition. Around 70,000 years ago, the cognitive revolution reshaped the trajectory of Homo sapiens, gifting them the unique ability to imagine, create, and believe in shared myths. These myths, stories about gods, nations, laws, and currencies, became the glue that held large groups of humans together. Unlike other animals, whose cooperation is limited by immediate needs or kinship ties, humans could unite by the thousands, even millions, under shared beliefs. This ability to cooperate flexibly and imaginatively enabled Homo sapiens to adapt to new environments, outcompete rival species, and ultimately reshape the world around them. The agricultural revolution, which began about 12,000 years ago, marked the next pivotal step in humanity's rise. By domesticating plants and animals, humans transitioned from nomadic hunter-gatherers to settled farmers. This shift allowed populations to grow, but it also fundamentally altered the way humans interacted with their environment. Land became property, animals became resources, and the rhythms of life were dictated not by nature's whims but by human intention. While agriculture brought abundance, it also brought inequality. Surplus food enabled the rise of hierarchies, bureaucracies, and centralized power. Those who controlled the surplus gained authority over others, leading to the emergence of cities, kingdoms, and empires. Alongside these social structures came the development of religions, which provided moral and cosmic justifications for the new order. Faith in gods, rulers, and laws cemented the loyalty of diverse populations, ensuring stability and cooperation on an unprecedented scale. This epoch is called the Anthropocene, an era defined by humanity's dominance over the planet. Humans did not just adapt to their environment, they reshaped it. Forests were cleared for fields, rivers were dammed for irrigation, and animals were bred for food and labor. The world became an artifact of human ingenuity, and the balance of life tilted irreversibly in favor of Homo sapiens. But this triumph came at a cost. The natural world suffered immense disruption, and other species paid the ultimate price for humanity's rise. The Anthropocene is a story of both unparalleled achievement and profound loss, a dual legacy of creativity and destruction. The essence of humanity's uniqueness lies in its ability to create meaning. Unlike other species, humans do not merely respond to their environment. They invent entirely new realities. Through stories, symbols, and ideologies, Homo sapiens have constructed worlds within worlds, crafting purpose and direction for their lives. This human spark lies at the heart of humanity's rise to dominance. Stories gave early humans the ability to coordinate their actions, forming alliances and communities larger than any that nature could produce. As these communities grew, their stories evolved, encompassing everything from religious myths to legal systems, economic structures, and artistic expressions. These narratives not only helped humans survive, but also gave their lives meaning and coherence. In modern times, the role of meaning has shifted. The myths of gods and spirits that once united early civilizations have largely been replaced by the twin forces of science and humanism. Science provides a framework for understanding the universe, enabling humans to wield extraordinary power over their environment. Humanism, meanwhile, places individual humans at the center of the moral universe, asserting that the ultimate meaning of life lies in human experience. This shift has brought unprecedented progress, but also profound questions. Science has enabled humans to achieve what was once unthinkable, from curing diseases to traveling to the moon. Yet, in doing so, it has often unraveled the very myths that gave people a sense of purpose. Humanism, while empowering individuals, has also led to a world where meaning is fragmented, leaving people to navigate an increasingly complex and uncertain existence. Harari reflects on the double-edged nature of humanity's ability to create meaning. On one hand, it has driven humans to incredible heights, allowing them to conquer the world and shape their destiny. On the other, it has left them vulnerable to the unintended consequences of their own ambitions. As humans gain ever greater power to reshape life itself, they must grapple with fundamental questions. What stories will guide us in this new era? How will we define meaning in a world where the boundaries of what is possible are constantly expanding? The human spark, Harari suggests, is both humanity's greatest gift and its greatest challenge. It has brought us to the threshold of an extraordinary future, but it also demands that we confront the responsibilities and uncertainties of our unprecedented power. Harari delves into the dramatic transformation that has taken place in recent centuries, a shift that redefined how humans understand the world and their place within it. At the heart of this transformation lies what he calls the modern covenant, a tacit agreement that binds three powerful forces: science, capitalism, and humanism. Together, these forces propelled humanity into an era of unprecedented growth, innovation, and control over its destiny. This new covenant began to take shape during the scientific revolution, a period that marked humanity's departure from traditional ways of understanding the world. For millennia, people turned to religious texts and mystical traditions for explanations of life's mysteries. The world was seen as an inscrutable design, governed by the will of gods or fate. But in the 16th and 17th centuries, a radical new approach emerged: empirical knowledge. Harari explains how the scientific revolution replaced blind faith with systematic observation and experimentation, challenging long-held beliefs about the universe and humanity's role within it. Science offered a new promise, not only to explain the world, but to improve it. This newfound reliance on empirical knowledge brought with it an astonishing optimism. If diseases could be studied, they could be cured. If nature's laws could be understood, they could be harnessed. Problems that had once seemed insurmountable, famine, plague, and even death itself, came to be seen as technical challenges, not divine punishments. Harari notes how this radical shift in perspective empowered humanity to approach its future with a sense of possibility that had never existed before. However, science alone could not have reshaped the world. Its potential needed to be unleashed through the mechanisms of capitalism. Capitalism, Harari argues, became the economic engine of progress, providing the resources and incentives to turn scientific discoveries into tangible advancements. Unlike earlier economic systems, which often valued stability over change, capitalism embraced innovation and growth as its core principles. Trust in the future became its foundation, as people invested resources today in the belief that tomorrow would bring greater wealth and progress. Loans, enterprises, and markets flourished, creating a feedback loop where scientific advancements fueled economic growth, which in turn funded further scientific exploration. This relentless pursuit of growth reshaped every aspect of human society. For the first time, economic expansion was not only possible, but expected. Prosperity was no longer a zero-sum game, but an expanding frontier. Yet, Harari observes that this focus on growth and progress came with significant trade-offs. Capitalism and science, in their pursuit of innovation, often overlooked the ethical and environmental consequences of their actions. The modern covenant rested on the bold assumption that humanity could control the forces it unleashed, a belief that would later be tested in profound and unexpected ways. While science and capitalism provided humanity with the tools to reshape the physical world, humanism gave it a new sense of purpose. Harari explains that, as traditional religions lost their grip in the modern era, a new ideology emerged to fill the void. Humanism placed humans, rather than gods, at the center of existence. It asserted that the source of meaning, morality, and value lay not in divine will but in human experience itself. For the first time, humanity was empowered to define its own destiny. This new ideology, however, was not monolithic. Harari describes how humanism took on different forms, each offering its own vision of what it meant to prioritize human experience. Liberal humanism, which became the foundation of modern democracies, celebrated individual freedom and personal choice. It held that each person has the right to pursue happiness in their own way, unfettered by oppressive systems or doctrines. In contrast, socialist humanism emphasized equality and collective well-being, advocating for the redistribution of resources to ensure that every person could live a dignified life. Then there was evolutionary humanism, a more controversial branch that prioritized the survival and advancement of the fittest. Harari points to Nazism as a chilling example of this ideology taken to its extreme, where the pursuit of human perfection led to unspeakable atrocities. Despite our differences, humanism has united us in a profound belief: we can shape our own future. This conviction has driven remarkable achievements, from democratic institutions to groundbreaking advancements in art and science. Yet, as Harari warns, this faith is fragile. The very technologies that have propelled us forward now threaten the essence of humanism, the primacy of individual experience. Imagine a world where algorithms know us better than we know ourselves, where biotechnologies can manipulate our emotions and desires. What happens to our identity when we're no longer the ultimate source of meaning? The modern covenant assumed humanity would always be at the center of the narrative, but that assumption is now in jeopardy. As we navigate this rapidly changing landscape, we must confront a daunting reality. The tools that have empowered us could just as easily strip away our meaning. The challenge lies not just in maintaining control over these forces, but in discovering how to find meaning in a world that is evolving beyond recognition. In the final section of his exploration, Harari brings the reader face to face with the profound uncertainties of humanity's future. Having charted the rise of Homo sapiens and the frameworks that gave meaning and purpose to human lives, he now turns to the forces that threaten to unravel these very foundations. The modern covenant, built on the pillars of science, capitalism, and humanism, is under siege, not by external enemies but by the extraordinary technologies it has created. Biotechnology and artificial intelligence, Harari argues, are poised to challenge the core tenets of humanism and the very essence of what it means to be human. The first tremor comes from biotechnology, which allows humanity to rewrite the script of life itself. Genetic engineering, brain-computer interfaces, and other innovations grant humans unprecedented control over biology. These technologies, Harari explains, have the potential to fundamentally alter the human experience. They could eradicate diseases, extend lifespans, and enhance physical and mental capabilities, but they also threaten to blur the boundaries between what is natural and what is engineered. With these tools, humanity may become capable of creating beings that are no longer recognizably human, post-human entities with abilities and lifespans far beyond anything Homo sapiens have ever known. These advancements raise profound questions about individuality, a cornerstone of humanist thought. Humanism posits that each person is unique, valuable, and capable of making meaningful decisions. Yet, as biotechnology evolves, the centrality of human decision-making begins to wane. Machines and algorithms, fueled by artificial intelligence, increasingly outperform humans in fields ranging from diagnostics to creative expression. In this emerging world, where algorithms understand humans better than they understand themselves, the relevance of individual choice diminishes. Harari suggests that humanity risks losing control over its destiny as decision-making shifts from humans to machines. This loss of control is most starkly evident in artificial intelligence, a force that Harari compares to a time bomb ticking away in the laboratory. Unlike earlier technologies, which augmented human labor and intelligence, AI has the potential to replace them entirely. Algorithms already outperform humans in specialized tasks, but their capabilities are expanding rapidly. Harari paints a picture of a future where human labor becomes obsolete, as machines prove more efficient, tireless, and precise. Jobs that once defined people's identities could vanish, leaving billions adrift in a world that no longer needs their skills. The implications of this shift extend far beyond economics. Harari introduces the concept of the Great Decoupling, a phenomenon where intelligence and consciousness are separated. Historically, intelligence has always been tied to conscious beings, humans and animals. But AI challenges this paradigm by creating entities that are extraordinarily intelligent yet utterly devoid of awareness. These non-conscious algorithms could dominate decision-making, shaping economies, societies, and even personal lives, all without experiencing the world they influence. This decoupling of intelligence from consciousness raises unsettling questions about the role of humans in a world where they are no longer the smartest or most efficient actors. The potential consequences of these technological revolutions are as alarming as they are transformative. Harari warns of the growing inequality that could result from the uneven distribution of these technologies. As elites gain access to genetic enhancements, life-extending treatments, and superior AI tools, they could evolve into a new class of augmented humans, leaving the rest of humanity behind. This divide could create a world of stark inequality, where the gap between the powerful and the powerless becomes insurmountable. Harari questions whether this future would still be recognizable as human, or whether it would mark the beginning of a post-human era. As humanity stands on the brink of this new epoch, ethical dilemmas emerge that strike at the heart of what it means to live a good life. Should humans seek immortality, even if it means abandoning the natural cycle of life and death? Should happiness be pursued at any cost, even if it involves manipulating emotions or erasing unpleasant memories? These questions are not merely philosophical but immediate, as the technologies to realize such ambitions are already being developed. Harari closes this section by reflecting on the paradox of progress. The same scientific and technological advances that have brought humanity unprecedented power also threaten to erode the values and systems that gave life meaning. The modern covenant, which promised that humanity could control its destiny, is unraveling as humanity's tools outgrow their creators. Harari's vision of the future is both exhilarating and deeply unsettling, a world of immense potential but also profound uncertainty, where humanity must confront the possibility of losing its place at the center of existence. This is the story of Homo Deus, humanity striving to become godlike, but, in the process, risking its very essence. Harari leaves the reader with an open-ended question. If humans are no longer the dominant force in the world, what will take their place, and what will it mean to live in this new reality? Finalizing Yuval Noah Harari's Homo Deus. Brief History of Tomorrow. This book is a bold and provocative exploration of humanity's past, present, and potential future. The book begins with a celebration of humanity's triumphs over the age-old challenges of famine, plague, and war. These once unyielding forces that shaped the trajectory of civilizations for millennia are now, Harari argues, largely under human control thanks to advances in science, technology, and societal organization. With survival no longer the primary concern, humanity now turns to new ambitions, achieving immortality, engineering happiness, and attaining godlike powers to reshape life itself. Harari's central message is both inspiring and cautionary. On the one hand, he paints a picture of extraordinary potential, a future where humanity can conquer death, eliminate suffering, and even transcend biological limitations. On the other hand, he warns of the profound ethical and existential challenges that come with this newfound power. The same technologies that promise to elevate humanity, biotechnology, artificial intelligence, and data-driven systems, also have the potential to disrupt the foundations of human identity, meaning, and value. The author provides sharp insights into the evolution of human societies and ideologies. He traces how shared myths, from religious beliefs to humanist ideals, have united humans and given their lives purpose. However, he also suggests that these same myths are fragile and may struggle to survive in an age where algorithms, artificial intelligence, and biotechnologies increasingly dictate decisions. The very principles that have guided human progress, autonomy, individuality, and human experience, could be undermined as machines surpass human intelligence and as humanity begins to engineer life itself. A key takeaway from the book is Harari's exploration of the rise of what he calls dataism, a belief system that places data and algorithms at the center of value. As society becomes more dependent on these systems, Harari raises pressing questions. Will humans continue to control technology, or will technology ultimately reshape what it means to be human? Can humanity retain its moral and existential compass in a world where intelligence is decoupled from consciousness? Ultimately, Homo Deus is both a celebration of humanity's achievements and a warning about the road ahead. Harari challenges readers to think critically about the future we are creating. Are we prepared to confront the ethical dilemmas of genetic engineering, artificial intelligence, and inequality? Are we ready to define new sources of meaning in a world where traditional ideologies may no longer apply? The book's final insight is profound yet unsettling. Humanity's greatest achievements may also sow the seeds of its greatest challenges. As Homo sapiens stand on the brink of becoming Homo Deus, the question is not only what we will achieve, but who we will become. Harari leaves us with no easy answers, only a call to confront these questions with humility, foresight, and a deep awareness of the stakes involved. It is a reflection on power, progress, and the fragile essence of what it means to be human in an age of limitless possibility. Thank you for your time, and please feel free to leave your comment or anything you would like to suggest or discuss. We will see you again with the next book. Appreciate your subscription and like. Thank you.